Hey guys, my name is Skya. Welcome to another episode. I have two special guests with me today. Please introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Jenny Kirby.
Sean Keane, I play bass in Too Much Light.
I am the singer in Too Much Light. I also have another project called Bionarch. And yeah.
Well, at least you guys dressed up in festive for tonight. So
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to goth night after this. We're going to meet with another musician. It's going to be just like kind of an industry night for us. So
hey, I miss those days. Trust me, I miss those
yeah,
days.
You're catching us being fancy.
This is as fancy as I get. No more. I've learned my lesson in a proper wardrobe. So, well, tell me a little bit about your project, Too Much Light. I've heard the music. I like it a lot. It's very, very unique, which is something I strive to hear for in music. So tell our audience just a little bit about it, if you don't mind.
Okay, do you want to do this or do you want me to do this?
We can both do it. I mean, it's kind of like a new wave band. It is a new wave band. Okay, go.
Okay, so this all started when we were just having dinner one night at an Indian restaurant, and there was some Indian goth pop playing. And Sean was like, "Hey, do you want to make pop music?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Let's try to make some pop music." And then we quickly realized that we were not going to be able to make pop music or like true sort of like top 40 pop music, given our, relative backgrounds in music. So Sean's like a hardcore guy. I do goth industrial, and we're both like into punk rock. So we're like, I think the poppiest we're gonna get is probably synth pop or new wave. So let's aim for that. Let's do something 80s inspired, something just kind of fun. And here we are.
I definitely get that vibe, and that's awesome for me because I'm a kid of the 80s, and to me there's no better decade for pop music than the 80s. So that's just how I feel about it. Like most pop music today, I'm like when I put on Aha or God, just Ongo Boingo, just stuff like that.
We had this one specific song we wanted to do. That band Tones on Tail, the song Go. And we're like, hey, let's do a band like that song, because I had just got a bass from the thrift store. And it's still the bass I use. And I was like, hey, I'm going to play bass. We'll do pop. We'll do it like that song. And it didn't exactly work out. But I mean, it kind of turned like
that. It kind of did, because, one day the Human League managed to just come on his Spotify when we were driving in the car. And I'm like, you know what? I really like this song. I think we should do something, like we should grab some elements from the Human League and incorporate it into our production. So
awesome.
So we just started doing kind of 80s inspired pop that's, got like a little bit of a darker sort of sound to it. It's starting like live show wise to go a little bit more punk. There tends to be a little bit more yelling now on my behalf, but that's just the way it's going.
I mean, that's punk. I came from a punk background originally, and then I went to hardcore. And funny enough, you mentioned, oh God, it just left my brain. The band you just mentioned. Anyway, we did a hardcore version of "Don't You Want Me, Baby," and I've never seen so many people like dance and have a good time. And I was just like, okay, cool. We got this. Human League. Thank you. Sorry, I've only had like 2 hours of sleep. So.
When were you doing like playing shows?
I started in 99. Back in 99.
Okay.
I was with the band for a Good Time Call, and we played with Cro-Mags. Oh gosh, who else? We played with Propane. Let's see, a couple of like Black Flag tribute bands and stuff like that. But we had a lot of melody mixed into our hardcore as well. So
yeah, I was in a hardcore band around that era as well, sort of mid 90s to late 90s. And yeah, we did lots of this.
Yeah, I can show you a flyer from Sean's hardcore days.
Yeah.
This is
before we knew each other.
But we were both at this exact show.
Yeah, I was in that.
Nice.
Yeah. I saw this flyer. It said "Boring Life, Try Punk," and I was living in a small town that sucked. So I was like, you know what? It is boring. It does suck. I think I will. And here we are.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm in love with you guys already. Punk. I mean, that's touches my heart deeply. That is awesome. Wow. I can't believe that. That's definitely different. So when you guys started going, and you said you were trying to create pop, and you were just like, okay, it's not going to go that direction. So you went a different direction. When it comes to writing the music, is there like a certain process you guys do, or is it kind of you just fill it out as it goes?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, there's definitely a process.
Yeah. Okay. I was always in a band, and I wanted to play bass in this because I've never played bass. I always sang and played guitar. So like, I'm going to play bass, and I found it was pretty easy to write on bass. Like I was finding if I could think something, I could actually play it. And so I would do like a super easy garage band, sort of just like the notes. I would send it to Jenny, who's like, an actual audio engineer, and Jenny would make it into a real song, and it's worked out super good.
Yeah, it does work out really well. So yeah, getting just a bass track, I mean, you're going to get all the root notes, you're going to understand what the chord progression is. Because my background is I'm a composer, producer, audio engineer, and I know quite a bit of music theory because I played piano for a very long time.
I do not. I know zero.
Anyways, he's instinctively an amazing songwriter. So I'm getting these bass lines that are instinctively like amazing and super catchy. Like if anything, he's a much catchier songwriter than I am. His approach is like, does it sound good? My approach is really more about artistic intent, which can be hit or miss. Sometimes, you get something that's really artistic, really intentful, but it's just not catchy. And then sometimes you will do something that is everything. Like it's catchy. There's a lot of artistic intent. You're able to layer that intent in your production. But yeah, no, I find like he's a great, like just basic, as far as like just like basic songwriting skills go. Awesome, like better than I am for sure. So it's nice being able to work off of that really solid, catchy foundation, and then just be able to like add more layers into it. As far as the lyrics go, we go back and forth.
I was about to ask about that. Yeah.
So we go back and forth on the lyrics. Sean often comes up with a concept, and
I like to think of the first line, like the first line of the song and the first line of the chorus just have to sound right, and then we can build off of that. I don't exactly care what the song is about. If the first line of the the verse and the first line of the chorus are good, we can build off of that.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
We're just trying to do pop music, so.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's hard for Jenny to like sing about nothing, but
it is a little hard. This has been a bit of a reach for me, just doing something with really zero artistic intent, and just like taking the approach. I'm like, we just need to make it like sound good and look good. I'm finding that like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let go. I'm not gonna worry about there being a lot of artistic intent behind this. And I'm going to let him go with it's got to sound good and look good. And then I'm going to build on it. And then I'll layer in my artistic intent later, which is what we've been doing. So he'll come up with a couple good lines. And then those lines sort of spark a bit of an inspiration in me where I can draw upon something that actually has a genuine meaning for me. And then I'm able to write more lyrics building upon those lines. So they just it serves as sort of a point of inspiration.
People are gonna hear what they want to hear in the lyrics anyway, whether that's what you mean or not.
It's true.
Yeah,
people
I mean,
always. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
For sure.
Pretty much.
I've written a lot of songs with very specific intent, and they have been completely interpreted in like just a completely different way, which, I mean, that's art. You know, you have your intent as an artist, but then your audience will, pick and choose, I guess, what resonates with them. And it's
you see that in hardcore too, right? Like you'd be singing like the most like sort of righteous stuff, like and then you just get these violent people fighting. They're like, hey, it's not really what we're saying, but that's just the way people interpret it, and that's what they feel.
I agree. A lot of our lyrics were based on like vegetarianism, Buddhism type philosophy. And when they got in the circle pit, I was like, you guys are totally missing everything I am singing about.
I mean, I felt the same way.
Go ahead.
Sorry. To give you an example, like, I have gotten the most hate email from this one particular song of mine with Bionarch, which is formerly Board Queen. And it's called We're All Whores.
I love that name, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So the song is called We're All Whores, and it's a song about capitalism. It's an anti-capitalist song. It's about basically like, everybody's selling their body. You're selling your mind, you're selling your physical labor. We're all whores, we're all equal, and then I get the most hate about this song because people are interpreting it as in like I'm insulting them, or I'm slut shaming sex workers, or just like, it goes in the most crazy directions, as opposed to what the original intent is just literally a song about capitalism.
I mean, you're gonna run into that no matter what. You could be writing a love felt heart song. They're thinking you're talking about like something god awful, and I'm like, do you not read lyrics? Are you not? Are you not connecting the dots here? But I mean, I understand that. We went through that. I got a nice little scar back there from a beer bottle, and I was like, okay, cool, awesome. Good thing I was a bass player and I could swing that bass. So it's not necessarily a little guy, and I wasn't back then either. So, but. So what is the future for you guys' project right now?
Oh, we have a flyer. We're playing a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
The near future, August 8th, we're playing a show.
It's our first show in Vancouver, which is where we're from. Yeah.
Yeah, we played like the surrounding areas, but we haven't played in the city yet. So
this is exciting. This is gonna be fun. We are going to be, or we're currently in the process of recording our first EP, and we just finished shooting our first music video.
Nice.
For our song Fashion Kills, which there isn't even an online demo for that. That was a lot of fun. So I work in film normally. That's my main money job. And so I was a production designer for this music video, which has 10 sets. It's a bit of an ambitious music video, but that's kind of what I like to do. And here we go. This is one of our props that we made. Crank it loose. So it's a concept video. The idea behind it is that we're burglars and we love fashion, so we are going to go burglarize somebody stylish, and we are going to go...
Feel free to edit this part out.
We're burglarizing somebody stylish, and we came to the conclusion a long time ago that Lenny Kravitz has an amazing sense of style. And so we're going to burglarize Lenny Kravitz. So in the music video, we rob Lenny Kravitz of all this, like he's gone shopping. We we steal his car, we take his clothes, we find this giant jar of lube in his car. Just,
Oh, God.
just because it's funny. And also because he is apparently celibate. This is something that is on the internet. So
Well,
this is an internet rumor that we read, and we thought that was that could be part of a plot point for us, that he has this crank it lube.
Trying to find a photo
In his in his car. And then we proceed to go to an art gallery exhibit that's a fashion exhibit.
So we had a Lenny Kravitz lookalike in our video.
Yeah.
We robbed his car.
We steal his car. We steal
found
his
this
clothes.
in the car.
We find his giant jar of lube. He's got a book called The Kama Sutra for Celibates. Then we go to an art gallery that has a fashion exhibit going on in it, and then we steal the fashion exhibit. But on the way, we find some moths, like some cyber goth raver moths. They're partying under a lamp, and we go pick them up, and then they want to go to the fashion exhibit because they're moths and they want to eat the clothes. We're bandits who like the clothes. We bond over that point. The moth is part of our logo, so it's kind of this origin story of our branding in it, because this is a pop project, so we want to sort of stick within that sort of idea that like everything that we do as far as our branding, the image is all very aesthetically intentional.
I would definitely say you guys are the most original I've run across in a while. I will say that.
Well, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, that's that. Wow. I can't wait to see it now.
So that's what we're working on. Sorry, that was a big long story, but yeah, that's what
No, it's no problem. I like stories. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I've heard things that'll make you be like, yeah, and then things that'll make you go, oh, Jesus, I'm going to confessional and I'm not even Catholic. But no, go ahead.
Just because we're like straying off track here a little bit, we should like pull it back in and be like, prove our sort of like punkness.
Oh yeah, we're not just like we do have like a little bit of street cred here.
Okay, so first show. Your first show. My
first show was like a punk show on Quadra Island of a local punk band called Chronic Inbreeding and a ska band from Vancouver called Bonafide, and that was my first show.
Okay.
Ever. And then my second show was the show that Sean was playing in. I mean, this is like when I was a teenager, and I grew up on in a very small town, kind of in the middle of nowhere. So this is all I had.
Same
like
here.
I didn't have big bands to go see. Like I didn't live in a major metropolitan area or anything like that.
What was your first show?
My first show was Bile, Snake River Conspiracy, Rorschach Test, and N17.
Whoa.
I can remember it like it was yesterday. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Bile.
Wow. No.
They are, I don't know if they're even active anymore, but they started off as a New York art project. They were all in art school together, and then they really got into industrial music. And seeing them live sober was like a bad acid trip. They had like all the glow, like they painted their bodies in the neon glow paint. At one point they had this giant snake thing come out and sing the lyrics as he was singing. Their drummer was like in this dog kennel playing the drum. I was just like, fuck. I mean, it was.
That sounds like industrial music.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. That kind of sounds like my industrial project. Which is super.
As far as punk goes, my first punk show or hardcore show was probably, I want to say, Lifetime when they came to Tennessee.
Ooh, that's cool. That's fun.
It was cool. They were good. They were good live. He taught me never to mess with vegans because I don't know, something about vegans and like always being ripped and shredded and ready to go. And I'm like, okay, calm down, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, Yeah,
So
kind of, like I did like shows kind of back in that era. Like I was in a band and we would play with like hardcore bands like Trial and Botch and Strain and
yeah,
Burden.
Yeah.
But
we
What was
played
your
with
first-
Botch.
my first show.
Yeah, what was your first show?
Well, let me tell you.
Oh, okay.
My first show was Death Sentence. Check out the back cover. Death Sentence in Vancouver at Playland with Organized Chaos and The Kill. It was
Nice,
good.
nice. What is the most chaotic band you guys have ever played with?
Oh, that we've ever played with?
We haven't really played with a ton of bands, but
Yeah.
the most chaotic one,
Who did we? I mean,
Lulu Montaigne.
yeah.
I wouldn't say they were chaotic. I mean,
Yeah.
who did we play with?
I mean, I've played with chaotic bands in the past, not with this band so much.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like bands I've played with in the past. Oh, chaotic in what sense? Are we talking like just chaotic on stage, or are we talking like just like a nightmare?
On stage, not a nightmare period. Just a band that really brought the energy, and you were just like, crap.
Okay, so for me, this is with my project Board Queen. I would say I played a show with the Vampire Bats, and Bloody Betty was doing vocals for them at that particular show, and she does a lot of like gorlesque, so she's like emulating like overdosing and like covered in blood, and I mean it was awesome. Like it was so well done, and I mean she's an incredible performer. But yeah, I would say that's probably one of the more chaotic shows as far as like just really theatricality and just like really bringing energy. But I mean super on point, like amazing to watch. And then in that same show actually it was like Left Spine Down too, also incredibly chaotic but just also really on point. So that was like a goth industrial show that I did with Left Spine Down and the Vampire Bats, and that was I would say that's probably the more probably the most chaotic show I did was that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm kind of old and jaded, so like
I'm older than you, so you can't be as jaded as me.
I don't know if I would. I don't want to test you, but
Come on, bro. Come at me, as they say. Like, come at me, bro. Come on.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I would like to bring the chaos, actually.
I kind of want to bring the chaos too. Yeah. Like this is sort of
because
where I want to go.
There just isn't a lot of that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I liked to bring the chaos with my
at least the energy.
My previous project, which was very theatrical. It was like industrial burlesque. Effectively, was the live show. I have a background in musical theater, and I'm a theatrical. Like I have a background in theatrical choreography.
Nice.
So there was definitely a lot of that incorporated into those shows. So for me, I would say, you know what? I had some crazy, actually, I personally had some crazy shows that I did that were pretty nuts. I would say, well, actually my first show, it was for a fetish night in Vancouver. It was their grand opening of this particular fetish night called Kink. And they contacted me and they said, hey, we love your aesthetic, your act, your music videos. We think you'd be a great act for our opening night. So I did a show for them, and it was pretty nuts. Like I brought a lot of props onto stage. I had a pool with glowing water in it with a fountain that was like absinthe and absinthe fairies with like fire, and there was a lot of effects and stuff going on there, and it was all choreographed, so it was like basically like a musical theater type performance to industrial music. So kind of like you know, Skinny Puppy, you know how they're like very theatrical?
Oh yeah.
I would say it was like Skinny Puppy-esque.
Oh yeah. Seen them live like 6 times. I'm like, they just get better every time.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say it's something. Yeah, it was probably in that vein. I would say it's like in that vein for sure.
Okay, cool. As far as I guess the most chaotic band I opened for, I don't know. I think we were the most chaotic that night. It was some local band in Tennessee. This was back when I was actually doing like industrial hardcore, or as they call it, like agrotech, where it's like really amped up, a lot of visual carnage, hatred, all that stuff. You know, the stuff that helps you sleep at night like a baby, basically.
Yeah.
So this band was like just talking mad trash about how we were probably going to suck and all this. I was like, okay. I was like, we're going to take this up a notch. So we went to the local grocery store down the road, got as much raw meat with as much blood in it as possible. And we already wore like war paint on us, like black, almost not corpse paint-esque, but kind of like Blade Runner style when Daryl Hannah, the way she was fit. So I said, okay, you guys want to be jerks, we're going to out-filth you. And so we got up, we poured all we could in the bucket, and everyone's like, you sure about this? I was like, nothing a hospital trip won't cure. And just drenched ourselves and like flinging it on people. And yeah, hospital trip later, getting some shots, but it was very worth it. I would do it again in a heartbeat, actually.
I mean, I think there's room for that, especially like because we're kind of like the shows we're tending to be getting are kind of just more traditional punk rock shows, you know, like we playing with like punk bands.
Yeah.
And like I'm kind of excited to do what we're doing in front of those people and just sort of like test the open-mindedness, you know?
I think the problem with a lot of things that are going on, you know, in my country, it's I don't even have to say, you guys already know what's going on. But I'm kind of disappointed in a lot of the punk scenes because everyone seemed to kind of like go timid almost, or calm down. Mm-hmm. And that's what inspired me. I was like, I've got to get back into making industrial music again. I was like, I can't take this. You know, we need the hatred, we need the fire, we need the passion, we need people to be scared. So started working on the stuff, and if I'll play live, I have no idea because I got 5 kids, so you never know with that predicament sometimes.
Oh wow. Yeah, it was actually, for me, it was that political climate in the US back in the George W. Bush days that spawned probably one of my favorite albums of all time that was really just what got me making music in the first place. So you know the album Year Zero by 9 Inch Nails?
Mm-hmm.
So that is just like one of the most brilliant concept albums that I've ever come across. And that was, you know, spawned in those years of George W. Bush and the whole idea. Like, are you familiar with the story behind it and the concept behind that particular album? Yeah. So it's about, you know, like how that year, whatever it was, I think it was like 2006 or 2000. Anyways, early 2000s.
I think it was 2006.
Was Year Zero, and then 20 years in the future, it's a dystopian nightmare because you have that conservative government that's just completely become totalitarian, and then there's the people in the future who are sending these messages back through time through these songs, and it's to give people a warning about what's to come. And I just love how that it's like the way, just like how it's sonically crafted, that sort of glitchy, sort of noisy effect. It's like it's coming through, you know, like they're sending these signals back through time because it's like this underground resistance movement that's sending it. And I mean, yeah, that was just like such a brilliant album. And it's literally what inspired me to start doing my own project, because I was reading more about it, how it was all just done on software synths. I was completely broke at the time. I'm like, you know what? If all I need is a laptop to just do this, I'm gonna just do it. I'm just gonna compose music on a laptop. Like, I mean, if Trent Reznor's doing it, I mean, I'm gonna do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Funny enough, it was 2006 because I saw them, one of the few actually great shows that came to Birmingham, which is where I'm from. So, pray for me later. Anyway, it was Nine Inch Nails was the headliner, and Bauhaus was actually opening for them. And to see Bauhaus live was a religious experience for me, needless to say. They didn't play Bela Lugosi's Dead, and I was perfectly fine with that because that song is just way too overplayed for me. But they did She's in Parties, and that's my personal favorite song of theirs. Great. But Trent Reznor, oh my God, he was a force to be reckoned with.
Before that you said was the best.
Yeah, was that their Lights in the Sky tour with the stealth screens with like the invisible screens with the LEDs on them, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was a brand new technology at the time, and yeah, they were one of the first. I think they were one of the first bands to use it. I know that it was developed by Moment Factory, which does the visuals for Cirque du Soleil.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that was hands down, like, that was like the most incredible show I've ever seen. I've seen Nine Inch Nails 3 times now, and yeah, that show. Okay. I saw them in 2007.
So while we're on the subject,
yeah,
is it that show?
I would say that's the best show I've ever seen.
Best show?
Oh, you go first. I have to think about that.
Okay. I think my best show is a house show in Washington State. It was Integrity, Snapcase, Donuts, and I think Strain, either Strain or Undertow played. So that was my best show, a house show.
Any show Integrity plays, you're going to be in for a very visceral, dark experience with those guys. Yeah. They're so cuddly, though. They're just so nice and friendly.
I was actually surprised that they were like pretty friendly, actually.
Yeah. I've met when I watched them play and met them. They were like seriously some of the nicest guys ever.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, I agree.
Best show ever. I'm gonna go with Come By Christ when I saw them in Florida. Let's see, who was it? They actually opened for Cold Chamber when Cold Chamber got back together.
Okay.
They blew Cold Chamber out of the water. Filter also played. They blew Filter out of the water. I mean, Andy, the front man, is a force to be reckoned with. Super sweet guy. I did not expect, we ran into him at the bar and got our photos and exchanged numbers and stuff. And I can't believe a guy his size bear hugged me and lifted me at least 2 feet off the ground. And I was like, okay, easy, Tiger. Buy me a drink first. Hold on. But that was an amazing show. I like it when a band brings just that type of energy to it, and they don't care what anybody says. They don't care what anybody does. They're doing it purely for themselves almost. So that show was a cardio workout too. I will say that. It was a cardio workout.
Nice.
But well, guys, this has been really fun. I really like talking to you guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is good. It's cool.
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is our first video chat interview that we've done as a band. So this is a new experience for us. So thank you.
Hey, get used to it. It'll probably start happening a lot more. You'll see.
Okay. Cool.
Well, is there anything you'd like to say to our audience before we depart?
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be PG. It's okay.
I don't know. I mean, just like, for me, it's always just about like, fuck capitalism.
There you go.
That's sort of just been my sort of running theme in everything that I do artistically.
Okay.
That's my running message.
Yeah, I would say, I would say go to a show, have fun, meet some people.
That's true. Yeah. Go to a show, go be a person in the real world.
Yeah.
I know you're watching this on YouTube, but the real world, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. You meet real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they smell, they have smells, you know. they'll stimulate senses of yours that you wouldn't otherwise have stimulated just looking at somebody on a screen. So I would suggest going out in the real world.
I would agree with that too.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much. And once again, this is, go ahead and say it again for us, please.
Too Much Light from Vancouver, BC, Canada.
Go Canada, actually.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, fuck Trump. So, you know.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to this episode. Remember to like, subscribe, just do whatever. You know, just have fun.
Oh, yeah, and check us out on Instagram.
Yes, I was about to say, my God, check them out.
So we're on Instagram. We're on Bandcamp. We're going to get our shit together in the next little bit here and have an actual website. But yeah, for now, Instagram, I would say, is our main point of contact online. And if you want to check out the actual music, yeah, go to our Bandcamp. We're going to be releasing some stuff in the next few months. So yeah, just follow us on Instagram for now. That's where we're releasing everything at the moment.
Yeah.
So
look for the moth.
Yes, look for the moth. Yeah, that's our logo is the goth moth. We don't even have our.
No, we don't.
Oh, we came with all these props and we didn't even bring our moth.
Type in Too Much Light, you'll see a moth. That's us.
And I will say to anybody out there, if they don't like your band, let me know, and I'll come and talk to them with a tack hammer. A couple of good whacks in the forehead changes everything in life.
I mean, it's kind of, I fully expect people to not like us, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, man, I'm queer in a small town. I am so used to people not liking me. It's all good. I'm used to it.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and see you next time.